Hello and welcome to Frontline Conversations. Today we are going to discuss about very interesting Marathi book, that is Monsoon Jan Gan Man. The author of this book, former journalist Sunil Tambe, he himself is with us. Basically, this book argues that monsoon is the only unifying factor of Indian subcontinent. So, in the times of hyper-majoritarian nationalism, Mr. Tambe argues that to understand the complexities of India and the Indian subcontinent, monsoon is very important. To understand monsoon, to study monsoon is very important step. So, welcome sir. Your book is very interesting and it is written in Marathi. So basically, as I said in introduction, that in the times of this hyper-majoritarian nationalism, understanding monsoon is very important because you are saying that is how the monsoon nationalism has evolved over the years, over the centuries in Indian and Indian subcontinent. So what is your point?
Monsoon is the centripetal force that keeps entire South Asia together. Whereas there's religion, ethnicity, languages, they act as centrifugal forces. But basically, South Asia is, as a nation, is defined by monsoon. That South Asia may have different nation state. It doesn't matter. The only thing, but nation is one. That is Indian subcontinent, and that is because of the monsoon. Because if you look at, particularly in this era of climate change, if you look at this, what problem that Pakistan is facing. Pakistan's 60% water actually comes from the glaciers of Himalaya, Hindu Kush, and Karakoram. And they are actually melting at alarming rate. And soon, actually, it already Pakistan is facing this water crisis, but it would be aggravated. Besides, this, we also know that this last 2 or 3 years back, we've seen that Balochistan were inundated because of the erratic monsoon. And this year, along with Punjab, Pakistan has also been flooded. So all these issues actually are, if you look at this is because of the climate actually, and this is the monsoon. Look at Bangladesh. Bangladesh, I think, by 2050, 1 in every 7 people in Bangladesh will be migrated. He will be an immigrant because they don't have, because the rate at which actually sea is invading the coastal belt and salining water salinity is increasing, particularly in the soil. So Bangladesh will be facing the existential crisis. But I will not blame only politicians over there. Politicians across the globe are least bothered about these issues. And this is how actually in this, I think monsoon nationalism is we need to actually talk about it.
Let's start with the caste. In the book, you argued that this caste system has emerged out of the monsoon patterns. So will you please explain it?
See, monsoon is the only source of water for Indian subcontinent. And we have monsoon from 2 to 4 months. Means particularly in south, that is even Maharashtra, Kerala, we have 4 months actually season. Whereas in Doaba, that is Ganga Jamna Belt, they have 2 months. But that's the only, and you have to run the economy or society for 12 months. So obviously we have to be very much, the resource consumption has to be not equitable, but at least it should be sustainable. And that's how actually you would see this caste system has emerged. So as far as my understanding goes, caste system actually is there because of this compulsion. Because everybody cannot have land. So some communities were dependent on forests, some communities were dependent on rivers, particularly all those nishads and all that. Then some were pastoralists. So each and every actually it's kind of tribe, and they actually carved out a particular niche for their survival or for their livelihood. Let's take the example of 3 hunting caste communities. I'll not say caste, but communities. One is this Phasepardi, second is Vaidu, Then third is Nandi Bailwale. So Fasepar is, they are the winters, but they are actually supplier of forest products. So they catch each and every animal or bird alive. They don't kill. So they have developed their own system. That is, what they call it, the way in which they catch these animals. They hunt only particularly for animal products. Forest products. They generally hunt only titar bate, that is quails and this, and sometimes deer. So these are they hunt. So they don't go for. So their hunting techniques are different. Second is Vaidu. They actually they are also kind of a nomadic tribe. They hunt only small carnivores. That is wildcat, mongoose kind of thing, and they hunt with dogs. So they have. If you go to this thing. Settlement, you will find each and every household will be having 3 to 4 dogs, and they go for hunting along with those dogs. Pardis don't go along with dogs; they don't need dogs. Third is Nandi Bailwale. They are specialized in actually crocodiles. Or alligators, whatever they are in the area. So they are specialized in that. So they have only 1 or 2 dogs. That's all. So see, so all these are hunting communities, but each has carved out its own niche, so that if everybody started eating everything, so there will be, of course, there won't be any sustainability. So each and every community has carved out a niche. And this is actually means you can see it in multi communities, village or anywhere.
Okay, so basically it has evolved around the monsoon and the availability of water.
Yes.
So you are also arguing about the spread of Islam in India, or spread of Christianity, or as well as the Brahmanism and Buddhism. You are saying that trade routes were important, and those trade routes were dependent on the monsoon winds. So what is the point here?
So here it's very simple that when we are talking about the monsoon and particularly Indian subcontinent in the context of marine trade, so you'll find that Indian Ocean is from east coast of Africa to Indonesia. It's huge. Okay, and India actually means Indian subcontinent or India, peninsular India, is at the center of it. So from this, so what happens when we talk about the Rabi season, that is southwest monsoon. So southwest monsoon actually means all those marine trade actually carried up, means that was driven by this force of monsoon winds. So if you actually take start from East African coast, so it will take about 80 days to reach to Indonesia. And that was the fastest route actually and most safest. And therefore they took this. But when you have to wait in India or anywhere for the reversal wind, that is northeastern monsoon. So all this peninsular India's east and west coast were cosmopolitan actually. Because there used to be Iranians, the Jews, Christians, Arabs, Chinese, everybody used to come there. So they were then they had to settle there.
Cosmopolitan trade center.
Yeah, they were all those. And they used to stay there because they have to wait for the northeastern wind to go back. So they would be here so they would start from April. Actually, monsoon start from April. They will reach here by May or sometime June or early June. And they will stay here till October. So all those, you will find all those shrines, maybe of all religions, are found on the east and west coast. And even in Nagapattinam, now that the place don't exist anymore, but it is because this one pagoda was there, and that pagoda was built by Chinese traders, not by Indian traders. So this kind of you will find. So all this, and again this. Hindus and Brahmanism and everybody. We actually went up to Southeast Asia. So whatever the influence of Hinduism, then Buddhism you find, it is because of this trading. So this trade was really a fantastic trade.
So you're saying in a way that these monsoon winds and the trade depend on the monsoon winds.
Yeah.
They taught India a coexistence, an Indian form of secularity.
Yeah, it's so important that all this trade, but since that this trade was dominated by the Arabs, so Kerala's Hindu kings. Now, I'm at that time Hindu word didn't exist, but those were Hindus actually. So Hindu kings actually instituted these Qazi courts. To sort out all those trade issues. There are always issues. So all those tribunals were run by Sharia law. So Hindu kings instituted this Qazi courts
In Kerala.
So this is how actually we are, therefore we are tolerant. Religious tolerance is because of the monsoon winds.
Another point that you are making is about the festivals. So Indian subcontinent, all the festivals that today Indian subcontinents are celebrating, they are also interlinked or evolved over the period through this monsoon. So what is the point?
See, India is the only country, suppose, or Indian subcontinent we should say, which has two seasons. One is Kharif. So Kharif is again Arabic word. It's not Bengali, it's not Tamil, it's not Hindi, it's not Marathi, it's not Sanskrit, it's an Arabic word. So Kharif and Rabi. Rabi is also Arabic word. These words are for, as I said, Kharif is for southwest monsoon, Rabi is for northwest monsoon, and therefore we have two cropping seasons. And we will find that most of the festivals are around this harvesting of these two seasons. So therefore India, I suppose probably India only has 2 New Years in 1 year.
Okay.
2 New Year days. Diwali as well as Gudi Padwa or Ugadi you call it. And this. So you will find it, then there is of course in Guru Purab, Bihu and all this. These are all actually Northeast Monsoon's harvesting festival, whereas Diwali is Southeast Monsoon's Southwest Monsoon's harvesting festival. Same is Kali Puja or Chhat. These are all harvesting festivals of Southwest Monsoon.
Yeah. So basically these festivals have evolved around the monsoons pattern and crops. Yeah. You're also talking about the importance of Tamil Nadu, because how the Chola Empire reaches to the Southeast Asia and the delta, Cauvery Delta, how that Cauvery Delta receives 2 monsoons every year and how that surplus crop production helps to spread across the Southeast Asia. So what is the point?
So in any empire, whatever be the empire, there has to be some surplus. So that surplus particularly means, this is abundance, this Sindhu river system and Ganga river system, they are alluvial soil and most rich. So that, but this, so far as the peninsular India, interesting thing about Cauvery is Cauvery originates in Western Ghats and drains into eastern Bengal. So what happens actually, it receives 2 monsoons. So it actually originates in Western Ghats, where it is fed by the southwest monsoon. And then it also receives northeast monsoons. And therefore Cauvery Delta is such that it actually has 2 or 3 crops a year. And therefore there was abundance. And not only that, the Cholas built one, that Kallai dam. So it is about 1,000 years old dam. There is no maintenance, no siltation, nothing has happened, and it is still working. So, and because of that, they actually brought under thousands of acres under cultivation. And then now it has been spread. So this surplus actually fueled all those, not only Cholas, Pandya, Chera, whoever are they, their empires. That was actually what you can say economic force behind it. And then of course they have these coastal lines. Means Cholas of course have huge empire from east coast to west coast, and of course beyond that. So that's the actually an interesting thing about Tamil Nadu is Tamil Nadu does not have, means Tamil Nadu's major crop is actually means northeast monsoon, and therefore their harvesting festival is around Makar Sankranti, that is in January, because they receive rains from October to December, and then you have Pongal. And this Pongal is so famous. I mean, so Pongal is just like Diwali, you celebrate in other parts of the country, but their Diwali or Pongal is in January. So they don't have actually kind of what we can say a Kharif kind of system. So their main season is Rabbi. That is October to December. That is northeast monsoon. And therefore you will find this, though. Another thing about Tamil Nadu is it's not part of Deccan Plateau. Okay, so Deccan Plateau is quite arid. So Tamil Nadu is not like that.
Yeah.
So you will find this Tamil, they were quite enterprising. And even today, Singapore's official language, one of the official languages is Tamil.
Yeah.
So Tamil actually traveled a lot, particularly in Southeast Asia. They dominated. And so you will find this Tamils are always, in a way, it's a kind of environmental, it's kind of this, that they are quite aggressive. Their identity is quite aggressive.
And that also reflects in Dravidian politics.
Yes, Dravidian politics, of course.
In the last chapter, sir, you have argued that the formation of new states in India like Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Uttarakhand, now Telangana. So they are in a way somewhat based on the divisions, monsoon divisions or subdivisions that made by the British long back after understanding and studying the patterns of monsoon. So you are saying in a way in the last chapter that now India is slowly and gradually reaching towards the monsoon sub-nationalism. So please explain about it.
It's very simple. That simple means what happens actually. India is divided into 36 subdivisions.
That kind of the Indian subcontinent.
Indian subcontinent. No.
That today's
No, I am talking about India, not Indian subcontinent. If we can take Indian subcontinent also, then you will find this. Anyways, I will not go into that, but let's understand the first, what is the subdivision. Subdivision is the region, it is the contiguous region that receives a certain amount of rainfall every year. So, and that topography and everything is different. So that is the subdivision. So far as Maharashtra is concerned, you will find when we tune that IMD weather forecast, it will say that Goa and Konkan, then central Maharashtra, then Marathwada, and then Vidarbha. So these are the 4 subdivisions. Okay. Then similar is if you tune this for Andhra Pradesh, they used to say Andhra Pradesh, coastal Andhra, Telangana, and this another, I forgot its name, but that's the region. So they will talk about, so these are the 3 subdivisions. Similar was in the case of course, Jharkhand was not the name, but it was eastern of this Bihar. So all this. So what happens actually, the amount of the monsoon actually determines the hydrology of that particular subdivision. And hydrology determines the crops, cropping cycle, cropping pattern, then fishing cycle, then migratory routes of pastoralists, and of course trading routes. So in a way, monsoon actually determines the socio-economic life of that particular subdivision and therefore a political thought. Demand for the separate state is political.
Yeah.
So when after 70s you will find that the new states that are coming up after 70s are not based on linguistic or language this thing, but they are more based on these subdivisions.
Monsoon subdivision.
Monsoon subdivision.
So in a way, monsoon is now slowly defining the Indian map.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you so much, and we hope that at the earliest your book will be translated in English so that more the people will read. Thank you.
Thank you.